Hi there, quick reading for Taurus. I wanted to do a love reading because I'm feeling the love. I feel like that is something that a lot of people are interested in this moment in time, regardless of what situation we're in planetarily. Love is always on our hearts, is it not? So, Taurus, tuning into the mind space. The first card out the bat was the Four of Pentacles. So there's this very reserved with your thoughts, very reserved with where you let your thoughts take you. I feel like there's less of that fantasy world going on in the mind and more like of a practical application. You might be viewing others and kind of being very wise in who you're choosing as a partner, or even within your current relationships, you're really being aware of how much energy you're putting into the situation. It feels like in this moment you're kind of weighing the pros and cons, like, is this something that I want to put my all into? I get like the words like, what is the return on investment type of thing. Also in the headspace we have the Hanged Man, so there's this just this observer experience. It's not like a busy mind space. It doesn't feel uncomfortable like some of that Swords energy. It feels more like a pause, a look around. You're being really intentional with your thoughts right now, with where you're putting your energy. Makes sense, because on your heart is the Lover's card that came out first for the heart space, followed by the Seven of Cups. So with the Lover's card there, it's like, I feel like Taurus, you are waiting for the one. Like, you have these options, and like, this is a love reading, so we're going to look at it that way. Like, say you have all these options and you're looking at and feeling into the situation, but I think you're almost able to do it from a really practical standpoint. Like, you can just see, like, nope, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for me. Like, it might work for me in this exact moment, but there's no longevity here, and that's not feeling like a great fit for this this group. And with this on the heart, there's this big yearning for that true love, that twin flame, that divine counterpart, that type of energy that is just kind of blows the socks out of the water. I don't know if that's a phrase, but it's the kind of energy that won't feel like, oh, do I need to make a choice here? It's just going to be. Okay. Yep. And so for your action space, the first card that came up, Page of Swords, it's like you're studying. This can also be studying people online. Like, maybe you are scoping out their Facebook, their Instagram, their Twitter. Like, you're checking to see for some consistency. You're checking to see, are they who they say they are? But it's not coming from this like weird, stressed out, stalkerish space. It's coming from almost like, I'm looking for a serious partner here, and I need to know that they are who they say they are, and that they align with where I'm at. But something within you is still like, yeah, waiting for it to just like hit you like a tidal wave of loving emotion. So there's a little bit of juggling with the Two of Pentacles in your action space. You're being asked to sort of juggle the two. Like, yeah, you're coming from this, like, checking everything out, making sense of it. Are these people who they say they are? Who's going to be a good fit for me, for my family, for where I'm at in my life? But that sort of energy it's not a sustainable energy. It's not a sustainable space to be in, to be juggling all of the time either. And so with the Chariot card here showing up as this, like, just move forward card, I feel like it's asking you to balance the energies of the masculine and the feminine within yourself, meaning the masculine energy of like making a decision very quickly, going for something, taking action when needed, and the feminine energy of tuning into the deeper feeling, to the deeper knowing, to the receptivity, watching for the signs, asking for messages in your dreams, like all of that combined is going to guide you so that you're out of this like juggle space and into the more of like, now I'm in alignment. Now I'm like tuning into both my intuition and taking inspired action based off of like what feels right for me. So for Taurus feminine energy, this is for those who align most with feminine energy, but also acknowledging, like we just said, that we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. The feminine energy, the first card out was the Nine of Pentacles. That's that, like, all the single ladies, like, rocking it, like, you're beautiful, you're radiant, you have what you need, kind of, like, can play the field as much as you'd like, if you'd like to. It's not essential, if that makes sense. It's almost like, So if you're dealing with a Tauran female, it may be that like you kind of got to show up with a lot to get noticed, because she's pretty solid on her own. The other two cards that came up in the feminine energy were in this order, actually, the Five of Pentacles and this Devil card. And so that could represent a Capricorn energy in this situation. Or more likely, this just feels like some heaviness, some sadness. It's almost like what I get though is that Taurus energy has learned from this. It's in the background, it's in the back of their mind. So they're just like, I'm not getting in another codependent relationship. I'm not going to deal with someone who has substance abuse issues. I never want to feel left out in the cold again. So I've ensured that I'm strong enough on my own no matter what. Even if it's an emotionally difficult separation, there's still like a lot of strength in this feminine energy, which is really cool. Yes. And then the masculine energy, so this again could be our masculine Taurus, or it could be within a Tauran female, her own masculine energy that she's tuning into. This is on point. I loved this. First card out was the King of Cups. And then we have the Magician, and then we have the High Priestess. So two major arcana cards, and a king who is emotionally stable and available and intuitive, and I feel like he's a spiritual. This is nice. This is someone who is manifesting the life that he truly wants in this moment in time, and it's coming from a space of someone who's done a lot of deep healing as well on the emotional level. Deeply intuitive and trusting that intuition. So it's interesting that the action piece was asking to do both, have action and also trust the intuition, because it's there, Taurus. Like, you have it. You have the ability to manifest, to call in that soulmate. It's just sort of ensuring that you are embodying this beautiful energy of emotional availability, emotionally balanced. Yes. Let's take one more nice look at that. Look how peaceful he is. Look at the rays coming from the heart chakra. Okay. Overall, we had the Eight of Wands. So some type of communication, Cupid's arrows, how this is referred to, some kind of communication is coming in for you. Be ready, be open. I feel like you will. I feel like you will weigh your pros and cons, and it won't be a stressful thing for you. You won't feel overwhelmed. It's going to make a lot of sense to you. And that's why this Ace of Swords is here. It's like, there's like clarity. Don't worry. Whatever message comes in, whoever reaches out to you, you're going to know. Also, with all this deep intuition that you have, you're going to know. It's going to be like, well, this is a no-go for me. You know, that just doesn't sound great. Or I feel like I'm open to seeing where this goes. So, very cool reading. I feel like you guys have some wonderful things on the horizon. Just learning to work with the energies within yourself so that you can truly trust your intuition, because I feel like it is on point. So blessings to you, Taurus. Lots of love in your life. Wishing you love, bliss, peace, joy, and abundance.